So I want to talk to you guys today about provoking on a ghost hunt. Now this always seems to be a popular topic that's asked about on the Stanley Hotel. A lot of people wonder if they should provoke, what my thoughts are on provoking. So I want to share that today with you guys. So firstly, what is provocation? Provocation is antagonizing a spirit in order to elicit a certain emotional response from them that might manifest into some activity that you might be able to document and experience. Now technically it is providing them an incentive to do something for you, the way that, being nice to them or having a conversation with them or trigger objects might sort of provide the same kind of incentive for something to happen. So it's definitely a valid way to get interaction, but it's not a very nice one. Now usually the reaction that these investigators will get from this type of approach is violent. And it always makes me laugh on ghost hunts when I see somebody provoking and then they get really pissed when something violent happens.
You want to do harm to us? Do harm to Zach. Right here for you. Did someone just scratch me?
Now some investigators will draw lines about this. TAPS decides that they only provoke if there's a really dark, evil entity at a case that has a history of attacking people, and they think that's the best way to kind of stir something up. The flip side of that is that it validates that yes, there is a presence that might be at the home, that might be doing stuff, but when you stir it up like that and it gets kind of nasty, you don't get to the true heart of its intentions. Now you might remember Dustin Perry when he was provoking the elemental spirit at the Lep Castle over in Ireland. Early seasons of Ghost Hunters that spawned the GHI spinoff. He was provoking and the spirit actually picked him up and threw him down.
What do you got for us?
Don't be a wuss.
Yeah, don't be a wuss. Come out and play. Come out and do it.
Oh! Gosh! Are you alright? What happened? Dude, what the hell happened? What the hell happened? Did you get
It was
hit?
just like something just knocked me right over.
And it took him at least an hour to recover from it before he could go and investigate again. Really shook him up. He never provoked again after that.
Wanna hit me? You're like hitting people, huh?
No,
Hit me.
Tango, don't provoke it. Don't provoke it. Don't, dude.
Then on the other hand, you have the show Ghost Adventures, and they use that philosophy that they put as much emotional energy into the environment as possible to really charge it up. And oftentimes they're at very negative places with very negative history. That's kind of the feel of their show. They're tough guys. They're going against these dark spirits, right? And so they use a lot of provocation to stir that stuff up.
Did someone just scratch me?
So, does provoking actually work? Yes, probably about 50% of the time. It depends on who or what you're provoking. If you're going to provoke someone that's going to hit you back, then you're probably going to get results from it. However, though, if you're provoking somebody that's like, you know what, like, I don't have time for this, I don't have to deal with this, I don't have to listen to this, I'm going to head right out of here, then you're not going to get the results that you want. So what are some problems with provocation? Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of them. But one of the biggest problems I've seen with it, and what I find most irritating, is this sense of entitlement that a lot of people have. A lot of people will provoke because they feel like they paid their money and they're supposed to get reaction from it now. They're gone on a ghost hunt, they're spending the time, they're spending the money, now they deserve something to happen. But it bothers me because ghosts aren't on the payroll, like many spirits that are haunting a certain area aren't doing it because they want to be in a zoo and they want to be on the tour. They're usually there because of different reasons. You treating the spirits like shit because you think you deserve a reaction is more illustrative of your place in the world rather than the spirits. Another problem here is that you don't know who you're necessarily talking to. Even though you might be a place with a really violent history, even though you're at a place that might have a really violent attacks from the spirit, you don't necessarily know if that spirit is actually like evil in some kind of a way, or if more likely they just have a point that they're trying to make to you. Sometimes that point is kind of an unhappy one, sometimes it is violently presented, and sometimes that is bad for sure. However, communication is really the best thing to resolve the situation and really get to the heart of what's happening. There's a lot of different stories about what these things could be when they're seeming to be violent or dark or negative. But it goes back to thinking about what actually makes a spirit dark or evil. And I talk about that in one of my other vlogs right here. You're welcome to check that out a little bit. Problem 3 is that good spirits often get provoked, and that's not a good situation, like we have a spirit at the Stanley Hotel named Lucy, and she died when she was very young because she ran away from home. And attacking her to try to get information and experiences out of her is just rude. She's not going to have it. She's going to walk away. So in conclusion, give spirits as much respect as you think that they deserve. Many people believe that everyone deserves the exact same amount of respect, whether it's the nicest person on the face of the earth or the deepest scum of the earth. Giving other people hate is not going to keep the world going in a good direction, so loving everybody is really the best way to go. Other people believe that some people are trash and they've done terrible things and they don't deserve any respect because they are fundamentally evil people, and that exists in the spirit world as well. Those spirits deserve a bit of provoking to try to stir something up and see if they'll come out and talk to you. So that's all I got for you guys this week, though. Just a little bit of chat about provocation and stuff like that. Next week we're going to be exploring orbs and photography and why that's gotten so popular lately. But if you want to check out in the last 2 vlogs that we did, I'll post the links to those right here and right here. This one we got kind of the ethics in paranormal investigation a little bit, like we're talking about right now to some extent. And then right here We're talking about why do ghost hunters investigate in the dark anyway, so that's some pretty good stuff for you guys. As always, my name is Karl Pfeiffer. You can find me at www.karlpfeiffer.com and on Twitter at Karl Pfeiffer as well. Otherwise, we'll just be seeing you guys next week, and thank you for watching.